Yo folks and welcome to the channel. My name is Bork and today's baby covering the Ayumi updates, Luna Tower, the best 2x, not to mention some unique equipment stuff. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. So first things being, as soon as you jump into the game, just note February clan battle is ending. But also if you get into the Crunchyroll notes right here, you will see that Ayumi is going to be appearing March 1st to March 10th. It's going to be a pretty short banner, all things considered, and she is going to be a 1-star character. I think that's why it's a little bit short. She's also going to be sharing this banner with Misato and Erisa, so kind of interesting there as well. I'm sure there'll be another character rolling around. Is she a must pull? Really quick on what exactly she does, she is going to be an excellent stunner and not to mention a darkness debuffer. So she can actually apply a stun to all of the enemies, which is pretty nice on her skill 2. And then she's also going to be providing reduced physical attack power on her skill 1 and the darkness and confusion on her UB. So she is going to be absolutely excellent for PvP. In some ways she's going to be a Sumigi, except not as powerful and not as necessary in my opinion. If you have Sumigi, you will probably not need Ayumi, but in my opinion, her kit is really tailored built for PvP or any situations that requires like some sort of darkness or stun. In fact, she probably has the most amount of debuffs that applies to all characters regarding her kit specifically. So when it comes to her, you know, she's gonna be 1-star, and you can also get her shards from the dungeon shop whenever that decides to appear. I doubt the dungeon shop shards will be appearing on day 1, so you'll probably have to wait maybe a couple of weeks, a couple of months, who knows. But just note they're doing the 3-star guaranteed premium gacha. I would ignore it because it's paid jewels. And not to mention the March Tower of Luna. I'm sure Chocolate will be providing some information on that. And of course, it's going to be going to 210th. That is crazy because I have not even beat a lot of the floors. So, you know, look out for that one. I know a lot of folks tackle it and are doing pretty well. There's going to be the game updates. We're finally going to be getting rank 13 with 3 pieces of gear and hard quest notes for Kurumi, Mufuyu, and June. June being a pretty cool one, but just note with this, I would keep a lot of characters at 12-6. Don't rank them up to rank 13 with 3 equips. That's usually very niche and a small amount of characters actually benefit from that. And then 124 to 127, which is really nice. Covering the unique equipment stuff, we got a couple of characters that are going to be getting them. And just know I pulled this up from Miss Nyara, so thank you to them or her or whoever they are as always, and all the people who contribute. Shori is going to be a high priority for this one, and then Misato. And just know Aoi, Tomo, Ayo, and Mitsuri, they're not as necessary. When it says level high, that means, you know, try to get their unique equipment as high leveled as possible. And when it says craft high, that means, you know, try to craft it as soon as possible. And when it comes to Shori, she's going to be dealing more damage. And then when it comes to Misato, she's going to be essentially dealing more AoE buffs, which is absolutely phenomenal. And in case you guys are wondering, you know, for Yui, for Kaori, Makoto, Hatsune, if you're into PvP, and of course Lima, she's also a fantastic like PvP. But if you're more into like PvE stuff, Kaori and Makoto are definitely going to be the ones. But I just want to cover some unique equipment in case you guys are wondering what's the ones that are necessary. Pretty much Shori and Misato, and then you can go from there. And there's also going to be limited new furniture. I think this is sort of darkness theme, so if you like sort of that ideal, that is going to be pretty nice for you, gothic stuff and all that thing. And then there's also going to be the Sanctum Survey Drop 2X. I think this is going to be really essential for a lot of people because it's very difficult to farm all of these unique equipment, because farming these Princess Heart fragments are really difficult. So yeah, this is going to be a godsend for anyone who's been struggling to get all the unique equipment gear and everyone pretty much having like appropriate stuff. I would definitely refresh the runs if you can, at least on one of them. It's going to cost you 50, I think, jewels, but it's up to you at the end of the day. I'm starting to get the hang of it. Honestly, getting Shori and her unique equipment is going to be a main priority, and same with Misato. I'm not really worried about like Hatsune and Lima really, just because of the fact that I don't really do much PvP. So this is going to be really cool stuff. Then we're going to be getting some Grotto 2X. And then if you go into menu right here, you go into the jewel shop, you go into jewel/other purchases. You can essentially get the 7-day Grotto attempt plus 3, which I think is kind of worth it for like $4 in case you're running a little bit low on like EXP and mana potions. I think it's something to look into. It's nothing too crazy, but it's up to you at the end of the day. I think it's like worth it, especially since a lot of us are going to be struggling like with these things. Or you can probably get like the, which one is it? There's like one pack that's like really good. There used to be a pack that doubles your dungeon drops, but I guess that doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, anyways, the 7-day is probably like the most worth it thing, in case you guys were sort of wondering. But let's go ahead and round things out with Ayumi pretty much appearing for 9 days with Misato and Erisa. Then there's going to be the premium gacha Tower of Luna that's going to be up until March 10th. Then the March content updates, good luck if you're trying to get to rank 13.3. I don't think it's really worth it at the very beginning. It's going to be very niche. Just keep everyone to 12.6. That's my opinion, at least until we get more advice on pretty much what gear to wear for, the upcoming rank 13 stuff that's going to be appearing. And then not to mention unique equipment, we already covered it. And then new limited time furniture, which is going to be pretty nice for everyone. Sanctum Survey, Double Drop, Grotto, Double Drop as well. I'm curious what banner is going to be next. I'm forgetting a little bit. I'm sure I'll get a rough reminder, but just know nothing's really worth pulling until Summer Saren appears, unless Ayumi is your waifu. She's a 1-star character, so she's going to be relatively easy to get. You're probably guaranteed to get her on either like the first 50 pulls, I'm pretty sure. But let's go ahead and jump into Arena as always and just talk about a few things on how the game is going. How do I feel about Princess Connect? Honestly, the most revitalizing thing about Princess Connect for me right now has to be the anime. Every single time there is a new episode, it feels like a holiday for me because the plot points, it seems like they're going to tie a lot of loose ends with season 2. I've been enjoying it. I, post like on the community section within the channel, like, hey, this is like the latest or my most, epic take on the latest episode when it comes to Princess Connect. And I've been enjoying it. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it. Everyone posts comments and, how they feel about the current episode. And there's not very many YouTubers who really talk about Princess Connect. Like, I don't see any big Anitubers do it. So it's kind of like our small segment as a community where we get to, sort of talk about the Princess Connect anime. And I love it because it makes me sort of like an anime sort of like synopsis reviewer, which I really like because, if you watch Trash Taste, you know what I'm talking about. Noting that only Gart is the one that watch anime, not Joey nor Connor really. But at the end of the day, it's fun to essentially talk about anime with other people. And this is why essentially I do YouTube. Why do I cover like anime-based games? Because anime-based games are usually fun to play for me. I like the IP for Princess Connect specifically. I know Princess Connect did not have like an anime when it first initially released. I think when a gacha game pretty much translates into an anime, like it produces an anime after it has made a gacha game, it really turns out better. Like when it comes to this, I'm really excited to see how Ayumi does in Arena, even though I'm not too huge into Arena, but a lot of the characters won't really excite me until the ReZero collab, or essentially when Summer Saren rolls around with the summer characters, but that's going to be a while. Everyone's going to be saving. Hopefully, Valentine Shizuru performed really well for folks in the latest clan battle. She was really phenomenal for me. And kind of interesting with this one, it kind of makes sense when you run Valentine Shizuru and Mimi. They're kind of like a match made in heaven. But a lot of my teams over here are severely unoptimized. And honestly, Hatsune is really perfect for essentially taking down the Tamakis, because Hatsune in her latest unique equipment will aim for the highest physical attack character. So if you have Hatsune, you get her unique equipment, she's probably going to sweep a lot of the arena fights for you. In case you want to, push your arenas, push your princess arenas, because the arena resets for princess pretty much resets, but at the end of the day, it's whatever to me. But I hope everyone's enjoying themselves with like the latest updates. It seems like they're gonna roll updates a little bit faster because this has to be one of the shortest banners that we've ever gotten, where it's only 9 days. So I'm kind of curious where Crunchyroll is sort of going, and resources are definitely getting more difficult as we're flowing into year 2 with Princess Connect. So make sure to start really saving your jewels, because now is going to be the time where your pockets or your wallets are going to be tested, especially because they're just gonna keep throwing waifus that are not limited, but really good waifus at you. I know Ayumi is a pretty fantastic like waifu for a lot of folks because she's known as the stalker, and you'll see her like randomly appearing in episodes within the first season of Princess Connect and season 2. And maybe our next episode might have Ayumi like sort of floating around within the episode, sort of popping her head as like an Easter egg. It's just a thing that like sort of happens. So if you see Ayumi around, that's gonna be a pretty cool thing. Let me know in the comments if she appears in the next episode, and when she appears in an episode and it's like sort of like, wow, I finally sort of saw her, I noticed her, because I would say she's in about like at least half of the episodes, I have to say. But anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Once we hit 30,000 subs, we're doing a giveaway. Good luck on the summons for Ayumi. I know some folks are going to be pulling for her, and no matter what happens, it's a fantastic waifu, and I don't blame you. See you guys in the next one.